My greetings to you, Team Pamela. Happy Sabbath. Happy Sabbath to you all. It is another day which the Lord has made, and here we are rejoicing. So, welcome everyone. Those people who are worshiping on the Sabbath day, happy Sabbath once again. And I'm happy, I'm humble, I'm grateful because it is another day which the Lord has made, and here we are rejoicing. So, we thank God for everything, because if it were not for God, we would not be here. Not many people have seen this day or this hour, but here we are rejoicing in the Lord. So thank you, Lord. Thank you, my family. So feel welcome, everyone. My subscribers, keyboard reactors, my returning subscribers, my returning viewers, my new subscribers, everybody feel welcome and enjoy. Here we do reaction videos, not a hate channel. So stay tuned and enjoy the show. But before we jump into our video of today, have you subscribed to the channel? Have you liked the video? Please slap me with the likes, my people. What are you still waiting for? Slap. We are on to 5K, don't forget. The views are not okay. Why? Team Pamela, what is happening? The views are not viewing. So keep on viewing my videos, share my videos, tell a friend to tell a friend, and let's just move on. So now, today I want us to check on Anesto. We are going to check on Anesto, and we are going to check on Kohera Senior coming out apologizing on behalf of his son. This is his firstborn son, don't forget. Because if you see, as a parent, you see your children are not doing okay, or they are going astray, you won't feel happy. Despite what they are doing to other people, they will still remain your children. But Kohera Senior, what I like about Kohera Senior, the other video which Kohera Senior made, he really condemned what Mura Senso and Uncle Mo did. So that was okay. But again, he came again and made another video where he's now apologizing to people or to Mogesi for the wrongdoing of his son. So I think that is a better way of doing things. And Mura Senso also should take from the father, the biological father, because to me it looks like a wise man. That is me. Check on Anesto also. Anesto also came out and decided to delete all his videos, because when I saw the thumbnail first, I thought someone else has hacked his channel, but that is his choice. He decided to delete all his videos because he wants to be positive now. Yeah, he wants to be positive. That is Anesto. We are going to check that. And first, we are going to start with Kohera. Then after Anesto, we are also going to check on Mama Mat, because there are some few things which also we need to touch on Mama Mat's video. So now Kohera came out and talked about the issues, how it happened. And he switched blame on Kondad, because how Kondad brought the children up, because they are taking from him. All this blame, Kohera Sina is blaming Kondad. Why? Because he's mentioning things which we also us, we've been talking about. Remember, Mama Mat has always come here, tell people, me, I cannot eat. We don't eat in other people's places. And I've taken after my father. We don't eat in other people's places because we fear someone might hurt or might poison us. So we don't. Even our dad does not eat in any other place apart from home. So that thing of maybe these people can do this or might do this to me. So Kohera is saying all these children just took they inherited this from their father, because you see the father, how he's behaving is not right according to Kohera Sina. So we are going to check what is happening and how Kohera is meeting it. Why is it that Kohera is saying all these things? What does he know? But according to most of the things which Kohera has said, we've talked about them, and it is the truth. Because even the way we see Kondad behaving, it is funny. The way he's walking with machete, the way he goes around slapping people in the village. Yeah, if the children are looking at what the father is doing, so what do you expect? The children always look upon their parents. So whatever the parents do, even if maybe they will change at a later date, but normally that one is planted. They always take it because that is how they know people behave outside there. So most of the traits of the characters which the children have, they have taken it from the father. You see, this issue to do with the land issue, the father started it long time. So now they know when they are growing, when you are dealing with people, the only thing you need to do, you have to be rough to them, and you have to take whatever they have. Yeah? You have to take whatever they have. And when you decide to take it, you don't give a damn, you take it. So long as you want it, you take it. So you see, this is what they got from the father, and Koera is also blaming the father, and that's why we are reacting on this video. And we are going to hear everything which Koera is saying. So he's asking people, just forgive my son Mura Seso, because Mura Seso only took from the father. But still, Koera, also I can challenge you before we put the receipt. You cannot tell me Mura Senso can take everything. Or see your father or your parents doing ABCD, but you as a grown-up man, someone who have traveled, someone of his stature, you're not supposed to take everything. Sometimes, okay, you grew seeing these things when your parents used to do them, but you as a person, what can you do different? Because everybody out here, we cannot just be like our parents. People have changed. 17 years old, he would have said, oh, okay, the boy is still young, he was still growing, that is why he was behaving like the father. But this is someone who is in his 40s, still behaving like the father. Koera, do you think that blame is correct? Do you think you are doing the right thing, blaming Kondat? I think Mura Senso also should change, be himself, do things the right way. Not only Mura Senso, all the siblings. Okay, their dad is behaving like this or train them like this, but what can they do as themselves now? As now them, because they are independent now. What can they do? Because I can see there are things which they cannot leave. Even me, I'm seeing like now grabbing land here and there. That one they cannot leave because it is in them and they were taught to do that. So if that is what you mean, Koera, then that one I agree. So I want to put some of the clips of Koera, then we take it from there, because Koera really talks some sense here. Because sometimes you can blame someone, but the way they were brought up. And again, also I'm putting in mind, even if you are brought up like this, you can also do your thing. You can also do your thing. You cannot just get stuck because, oh, my father used to be this, or you trained us like this, oh, my father or our father used to be harsh on us, so we have to be harsh on other people. I don't think that is how it's supposed to be. Number one, we have churches. You can go to church and change. Read your Bibles. What does the Bible teaches? What does the Quran teaches? And you go through all these things, you can know, because they are out there. These are the books which can train someone, not that training of a parent only. You can go read these books. If you can read books in school and then you pass the exams, why can't you go and read the Bible and or the Quran to make you be a better person? But now this excuse of saying, oh, because they were brought with this man, that is why they are behaving like this. Okay, they took it from that man, but they can do better, because now they are living their lives. That man who took care of them, they are no longer children now. They can decide. Like now, Mura says, so is someone who has his home. All these children, they are older enough to know what they are doing. But no, Koera is insisting it is not about them. It is about the bad conduct. So let's listen to what Koera is saying. Then we move ahead.
I hate nobody, and I love nobody more than another one. No, we have to move. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that me, as you see me here, I have taught even doctors, even pilots, although they go and leave me here, but the brains I have shaped have gone far. I have shaped a lot of brains. We have shared. We have collaborated and moved it together. So in this YouTube, when we talk about actually shaping the culture and the lifestyle, it is actually a sharing. It is actually what is supposed to be done, and don't take it personal. Each and everyone.
I think that is a very good statement which Koera has made, because here, when we are here in YouTube, whatever we are saying or whatever we are always reacting upon, it is not because we hate anybody. We don't love anybody more than the other, because there are some people who think that when we are reacting, we don't love those people. No. We are just trying to talk about things which are maybe I don't like the way they are happening, but not because I hate someone. Like Koera said, forget about the chicken. So, like Koera said, so I agree with that statement, because we are not hating anyone, and the way people are taking issues here, society you cannot just be yes people. There are things which maybe you can see someone doing, even your child, like Kohera seen the other video which he made. He didn't like what the son did, but still he came out to clarify. So sometimes it's also good to point areas where you feel these people or someone you're talking about didn't do well. Does not mean you hate them. Yes.
Is liable to make a mistake, and there is always correction, and there is always forgiveness. Please, there is forgiveness. There is forgiveness, and let one not take a grudge deep in the heart.
That is also very true. Forgiveness is always there. Can never be 100% right because we are human. So if someone comes for forgiveness or asks for forgiveness, you just forgive and move on. I think that is the way forward.
No. Yeah, don't just die because of pressure. Don't just die or feel bad because of somebody has commented.
That is also very true because here in YouTube space, there's people out here who take this thing personally, and the insults which they are giving, sometimes you wonder. So Kohera is saying, do not even delete yourself because of this comment people are making. It's just a matter of correction because we are not saints. So if you know you're not saint, so there's always room for forgiving and room for forgiveness.
Last video, I have seen so many comments, and in fact, so many people are blaming the scenes which took place in between Marwa and Mugesi and Uncle Mo. And actually, we are appealing. I am still appealing that it should be peaceful. Nyabohansi should be peaceful, and the two gentlemen should actually avoid such shady and unbecoming sins because we recognize them. But now,
I agree with you totally because those two, they should own up their mistakes, because if they behave like they don't know what they did was wrong, because you cannot just start fighting people. Like Mura Senso, he knows, because I remember even in my videos, people came in my video which I made about that, people came and started to threaten me as if I'm the one who sent them to go and fight. They knew themselves, they are public figures, and they knew themselves they are big people or they are big YouTubers. And then you put a title of maybe saying, oh, a big YouTuber did this and that, people come for you. As if this big YouTuber, by the time he was going to fight people, he didn't know he's a big YouTuber. So there are things they are doing, and then you find other people out here, their supporters, are just supporting things which are not correct. It's good to support someone, because even me, I have supporters. But you cannot just support evil. You cannot support evil. If someone has done something wrong, whether they are your children or they are what, better let them know. Like, that is why I like Kohera Senior. He came out and said what they did is wrong and should not be repeated, because I like that part, because that is why sometimes you watch Kohera's video, you find a man with wisdom.
For today, ladies and gentlemen, let me go back a bit as a parent and also as a teacher. When you are actually having so many children at school, you find different characters and behaviors. Same as when you have children at home, each and every child is different in behavior. You cannot put them all together in behavior.
And that is exactly what we always come here and say. We have different opinions because we are different people with different characters and with different minds and feelings. So those people who are always coming here and say Mura is always right, the people we are reacting upon, they are always right. Sometimes you have to understand, we are many. You find them right, that is your opinion. And maybe me, I don't see what you are seeing to be correct for me. So I also have a right to my opinion, as you have a right to your opinion. So that's why when we start our videos, I always say, do not insult. Let's just agree and disagree, because of course we have to disagree, because we are not same people. We are different with different minds and with different characters.
Behavior. And now, when you have these children, it is your duty as a teacher or as a father to show them guidance, to show them the correct lane, to show them the correct direction they should take. Why do you show them? You show them so that when they grow up, even if you are not there, they should live a straight life.
Very true. When your children are growing, or maybe the people who are surround you, if maybe you are the leader of that home, a mother, father, your children should be raised in a good way, not the way you were raised. Sometimes we parents or parents out there, sometimes you just want your children to behave like you were. No, because you are raised with different parents, and them you are raising them different. So it is good always not to take sides, or not to say, me, I want to raise my children like I was raised. So it should not be like you were raised. You should your children to be better people out there on the right way, so that even when they grow, wherever they are going to say or wherever they are going to be, they become better people or better people in the society. When you have children, you have to teach them to be better people in the society.
They should live in a very straight life.
Yeah.
They should live a respectable life.
Mm-hmm.
They should live to be responsible people.
Yeah, they should live to be responsible people who own up their mistakes. But I see how this family whom you are talking about, Kohera, they were not raised well, because they don't own their mistake. They are just arrogant. This is what I said. Like now, inheriting from your father, or from starting from your great grandfather, they were arrogant. Your father took it. Now you are taking it, because there was no shaping. This is what Kohera is talking about. And the reason why he's talking about it, because Mura Senso inherited that arrogance. That's why you see him, or you saw him fighting people. He cannot reason. He takes his money to be the weapon which he's using.
They should live to be peacemakers.
Yes.
So what you harvest, actually, no, what you plant in them is what they will harvest in the future.
Exactly. What you plant is what they will harvest in future. And maybe assume you are not there. Like now, the things which they are doing in Yabohanse, they will have children there. And this history is not going to be deleted. It will continue. Whether they do what in the village, whether they buy people houses, or whether they build people houses, but the operations which they have shown in Yabohanse, it will never end. People will remember that forever.
The knowledge you are giving them is what they will follow in future. And in this case now, ladies and gentlemen, I have actually thought so deeply about this scene which happened at Nyapohansi. And imagine, even in my previous video I said, I could not imagine that Uncle Mo and Maro could fight physically. More so my son Maro.
Many people could not imagine, not only you, Kohera, but with you I understand, because you are the dad and you are the biological father. So it really pained you seeing your son now misbehaving like that. Many people could not believe what they were seeing Mura Seso doing, fighting people physically with the ankle, uttering words which are sensitive words. People could not believe it. And this is someone who has traveled. This is a learned person. This is someone who wants to always tell people he's richer than the president of Kenya. Mind, he feels like now he's the one who is leading Nyabohanse. People, do you lead people by fighting and leading the people whom he's leading? It is not good at all. Joined by the uncle, that was a bad scene. It was a bad scene.
He could fight. He could engage a physical fight with a neighbor, an age mate whom they have been growing together all through.
I don't think they are age mates with Mogesi Kohera. Just say they are neighbors, but Mura Senso can never be age mate with Mogesi. Mogesi is just a young boy. Why is it that you keep on reducing here? You're the one who said he was born in 1986. Now you're talking about being a age mate with Mogesi. No, this is an older man fighting a young boy. It was not right. The two of them ganged up on Mogesi. So what you're saying they did was not good at all. And you find even the supporters, they didn't even caution, they didn't even tell them what they did was wrong. And this is now, when we react upon them, they feel very bad. When you love someone, even if you love them, but there are things when they do things which are not correct, you don't just support a bad thing because you are far or what. No. But I'm happy Koira Senior came and talked about this issue and condemned. They didn't behave well in the village. These are their neighbors. You cannot fight your neighbor physically.
Why didn't I imagine so? It is because the cadre, the caliber of Maro, the standard of life and the level of Maro is above engaging in such activities.
I disagree with you because Mura Senso always comes out and telling people, you can remove someone from the village and take him in town, but you cannot remove the village in him. I see it now in your son Mura Senso. Despite all the countries which he has visited, that village in him did go away. He's still with that village. You saw how he was behaving? That village in him came out, and we saw the dark side of him. So there's nothing that you can tell us that maybe traveling would have shaped him. No. He's not shaped at all. He's just the way he used to be while grazing. Because when I saw him worked up like that, I didn't see Mura Senso, who always tells people, I've traveled all over the world. Because the countries which you are talking about, people don't take laws in their own hands. People don't behave like that. So if you are telling people I've traveled all over the world, you one. But if you don't behave like one, it's like you are still in the village.
But now I thought, ladies and gentlemen, and it has given me a headache. Why such? But I came to realize there are factors which have contributed, and even if you try to correct, maybe they will not adopt to the facts that they bring peace at Nepohansi. The whole scenario of these young men is a reflection of what Ondari has planted in them.
Exactly. It is exactly what he planted in them. Because if they are behaving like this, and if he was of different opinion, the Ondari you are talking about, he would sit them down and tell them, I don't like you people doing this and that. But if he's the one who is slapping people in the village, do you think he can sit down and correct them? He cannot. Look at the way his children are arrogant. Many times Mama Mat has always come here and say, me, I don't take any correction. I don't take any advice from anyone. Because maybe they have been hearing that their dad talking about him, he doesn't take any advice from anybody. He takes laws in his hands. You see? So what you're saying is very true. These people, they were just left there. And many times they have come here and say they were growing well there. The parents are very harsh on them, very strict. Many times Mama Mata said, my dad is a very strict man. I used not even to visit people. I don't even know my relative. Even my aunts, I could not even go and visit because of the strictness of my dad. And that time the mom has always been in school. Up to now, she's still in school. So the environment, how they were raised, is not good. And as we speak, even the father is still like that. Because if he was doing otherwise, these people would not be behaving like you are seeing them. Because out here, they are treating people like trash. You see the way they are talking. Look at the youngest. The way he looks at people. Now that because he's building a house, he thinks he's the first to build a house. He thinks he's the first to have a car. This boy just look at people like this. And now the one in the middle, Mama Mat knows no one. And now the one who is fighting people has harsh words. One word from his mouth, you collapse.
This is a total reflection. This is what they have inherited from this gentleman. This is an inheritance. This is the direction of lifestyle Ondari showed them. Because you'll agree with me that this gentleman, Ondari, has actually a unique behavior in the village.
Of course, he has a very unique behavior in the village. Number one, he doesn't have friends. That is, they always tell us, not that us we are making up. We don't. They don't eat with the neighbors. They don't. And these are people who are posing there as people who are church leaders. You know, when I talk about church leaders, people always feel they are very sensitive. We should be the light of the world. So it is not bad to mention that. It is not bad, because if you are a church person, like me, I sit here and talk about people, does not mean I hate anybody. I just react in a point where I feel it's not okay. Maybe where someone has gone wrong. Not that because I hate anybody. No, I don't hate anybody. But there are things which when you do to people in the village or where you stay, people will question you. Are you the same person? I don't think there's anything wrong, people questioning you on things which you are doing, depending on how people see you to be.
You can see, even before Marwa was a grown-up, and even these young children, and even themselves have confessed that they have a strict father. A strict father. Even when Kim Wango was showing people that, okay, now my boyfriend is meeting the strict African father.
That one, she has said it many times, Kohera Senior. Even Mura Senso have said that one several times, many times, uncounted. Their dad was very strict. So you wonder, to the extent of not even sitting down with your children and maybe train them, or maybe tell them what they are doing is not right, or just being strict. You know, sometimes someone can be strict without sense or without making any sense, because you are strict, but then, okay, he was strict. If he was that strict, the children would not be behaving like they are behaving. So it's like, now this sickness, what was it all about? Because if a child says, oh, my dad was very strict, yeah, maybe that person was stealing some manners in them. But this one, the father was strict, but you see like these people, they were just like people who didn't have a strict parent. That is what I'm saying.
That is the man who has made these siblings to be radicals. In fact, they are radicals in a way. Whatever they think they are going to do, you cannot put them off. This is actually what...
That is very true. These people, when they mean or when they want to do something, you cannot stop them. They don't care. They don't care. They just do. Whether people tell them, you behave like this, how many times people have advised them? Because even when we are reacting, our work is just to advise. They don't care about the comments which people are making in their videos. Them, they're walking over. They don't care. So it's like that, just like what Kohera is trying to say.
Ondari has planted to them since they were young. This is a man who never showed any good public relation with the children. Anytime they meet, is mistreating. He has been so, you see, so brutal. He has been teaching them.
Yes, that brutal, according to how Mura says so, has always come out here and talk about it, the way he was being treated. you are strict, you should be brutal to your children. Still manners into them. But they see you coming, children just want to run. There are parents out there when their children meet them, or when they come home from work, the family just want to run away because his presence or their presence. I'm talking about the parents, such parents who are not close to their children, who are not friendly to their children. When their children see them coming home from work, you'll feel or you'll hear them murmuring, now they're back. Oh, now they're back. I wish they can even stay there. You see, in such an environment, you see, like, this is what was happening with Gondad. Muraseso was not a happy boy. How many times? You just be talking about Uncle Tom, but not Gondad. Because Gondad, behavior to him was bad. Remember, there was a time Kohera came here and talked about Muraseso was tied, had the head down. You wonder who does that to their children.
On even what they should eat and where they should not eat, and who they should work with and who they should work with. He has been very selective.
Yes, he has been very selective. And this one we are seeing in Muraseso, and we are seeing in all the children. They don't want to associate themselves with the villagers. They don't want to associate with people who have less money because they feel they are very important. They feel they have it all. This is what they were taught. You see, the father is always in the farm. We've never seen a video where you find their dad even sitting with other elders. Maybe in the church we don't see, but according to the videos which we've been seeing from these people, at least 1 day or 2 days, you can just see maybe my dad. This is my dad with his friends. We have never seen that. I've never seen that. That Kohera is very right.
They always confess that they don't even eat it from neighbors. They don't interact. They are very selective. They know, work with the Kohera, don't work with this one.
Very, very true, Kohera, because all these things you are talking about, these things we've talked about here on the street, because we are seeing very, very funny characters, because they say themselves, you see Muraseso or this family, they tell you whom to work with. So long as, if you want to be their friend, like now, let me just give an example of Brother Dagi. Brother Dagi has been told never to work or to talk with other villagers. Even like this one, you hear them talking with Murimi. Do not listen to the villagers. They just want you to be, if you are talking to them, it is just them alone. They tell you whom to talk to or whom not to talk to, whom not to associate yourself with. Mama Mat has always come here and say, me, I don't want friends. I don't want, my circle is small. Even that small circle is not there. If it was small, we would be seeing her with maybe two, 3 friends. Even that small circle she's talking about, it is not there. You see, Muraseso even came out and said, I don't have friends in the village. So you want to tell me, where did you grow? You cannot say you don't have friends in the village. Where did you grow? Muraseso, where?
That is the father. In the village, they don't want anybody. He doesn't want anybody to visit there. You must say a reason why you are visiting that family. You go there with the reasons. You must go there with the reasons.
All these things Kohera is saying, these are the real truth, and nothing but the truth. So Kohera was just asking for forgiveness so that you can forgive the son, because all these things the son has been doing is because where he was brought up, according to Kohera, he doesn't belong there. So he took from a wrong father. That is Kohera. So he's asking for forgiveness for his son. Then I watched Ernesto, because I cannot put all the video of Kohera. That will not be, we will not finish if we do that. So I saw Ernesto's video also. Ernesto came out and talked about the way he's been envying Mogesi. Ever since Mogesi left the reaction, Mogesi is grown, he's building a house, but he has nothing. He gave his reason of him deleting his own videos because he wants to start anew. I'm not telling him what to do. He has a right to do whatever he feels like. The way they are putting this reaction, it's like they were doing it for something. It's not that they thought what they were saying or what they have been saying is the truth. These are people who are being oppressed. If you are oppressed and you are airing or you are telling what you've seen, I don't think that is wrong. So now, because you want to be positive, you let just people slap you on the way. Will you not come here one day and talk about? Just because now the mother and the brother, these people have taken them. The mother is selling in the construction, and the brother now is being built for the toilet. Now he feels like now he's left behind. He wants to grow. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because these people, they don't want to grow with their own money, YouTube money. They feel like if you are reacting, you can never have anything. YouTube does not know. YouTube does not know whether you are reacting or they are looking at the video and they pay you according to the views. If you are getting views, you just get paid. But like now, according to him, he is looking for donations. So he's here in YouTube for donation. Not because he want to make views and want to speak his mind. So speaking his mind or highlighting the things which has been happening in their lives has caused him not to have a house. Because you have to be out there to get donation rather than be yourself and talk of things which you see are oppressing you. So him like someone who feels like being on reaction side have caused him because he's not getting donation and others are getting donation because after Mogesi left, the reaction is now building. So he's banking on the donation, not the video part of it, because donations can stop. And we are out here like me, I'm reacting. I'm reacting because I'm talking about the things I feel are not okay with me. My mind, I'm speaking my mind. Whether it is giving views or whether it is giving donation, it doesn't matter, but that is how I feel. But you see, it's like there are people out here who are pretending. There are people who are pretending. When you pretend, then you will feel that way. You can switch camps because you've not been yourself. Me, I feel when I'm talking here, the things which I'm talking about, that is how I feel. Like now seeing what a sense of fighting people. Would I lie that is a good thing? No. Or would I just sit down and not talk about it? No. I have to talk about it and I have to condemn it. So I think sometimes these people, they just make wrong moves, moving from here and there. But anyway, the choice is his, and if he feels that is what is going to grow his channel and get a house, I wish him luck. I wish him luck. So back to Mama Mat. Mama Mat also, when she started her video, she talked about there are some people who have reached her out about asking if Mama Murimi can go back to school. And about her, according to her, she talked about, she's busy, that Mama Murimi is someone who has a family and she has a business. When people ask you, when do you think she can go to school? With her, she talked about she can go anytime. She's ready if she gets someone who can take her back to school. She never said, I'm held up. She never said all that. But because she doesn't want this, because she's saying she has a lot of things to do. She doesn't want all this baggage on her. So that is her reaction. And people also ask her to check on those 3 ladies who are working in the construction. So she gave she did some interview with the ladies, and that part was okay, because if anybody want to help these women, they can. That part I really like, because giving their numbers out there is also okay, so they can be contacted with the people who want to take care of them. So that one, I like that. But now, one thing which I don't like, this issue of now, it has become like a trend. I don't need to talk about this. Me, I'm also working very hard. You people, you can just send me one bag of cement. From that 300 to 400 now. They are asking for everything, and now talking about people who are poor. You wonder. Anyway, I don't have much to talk about it, because you watch the video. It's just about the donation, the things which they want to do, the things which they have not done, because this is a community thing, and it's just to come out and tell this one is finished, buy this, buy that, that is it. Otherwise, I don't have much to talk about. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing already. I know you subscribed. Thank you so much for sharing. Keep on sharing. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's grow this channel, this beautiful channel, Pamela's World Kenya. Support the channel, my people. I know you love me. I love you. So see you again in my next. But don't forget to give the video as many likes as possible. See you again and bye. God bless you all. Bye and happy Sabbath. Bye bye.